For nearly 2 decades since Diana Gabaldon's Outlander novel was published and later adapted into a global hit TV series, one question has always puzzled, debated, and even created mysterious theories among fans. Who is the ghost in a Scottish kilt watching Claire in the first episode? And today, the time alien, Jamie Fraser as a ghost or even Jamie as a real-time traveler theories have officially exploded again when a leaked behind-the-scenes clip revealed. The writers and producers finally confirmed. The ghost scene was not a technical error, but an intentional hint. The most famous ghost scene in Outlander, mystery and haunting. For those who have followed Outlander since the first season, the scene that took place in just a few seconds in the opening episode is deeply imprinted in their minds. In the misty night of Inverness, Claire Randall is looking out of her window when she sees a figure in an old Scottish kilt, who the audience later realizes looks exactly like Jamie Fraser. The man stands there looking at her with a look of both longing and pain, as if he knew her, even before the incident began. At that moment, Claire's husband, Frank Randall, even went out to investigate, thinking that someone was following his wife. But when he ran out, he saw only a dark figure disappearing into the mist. That scene, which lasted less than a minute, has been the subject of heated discussion for many years. It has inspired a series of theories. Jamie is a real ghost, coming back to find Claire. It is Jamie's future soul after death. Jamie is a time traveler like Claire. Or, is it simply a visual glitch? But nothing has been confirmed, until now. Shocking clip. Yes, it's Jamie, and a ghost. Last week, a previously unseen behind-the-scenes video from 2014 was unexpectedly posted on an Outlander fan forum. In it, head writer Ronald D. Moore was recorded during an internal script meeting, sharing, "We don't need to explain this so soon. But yes, Jamie, or his spirit, was there. And he came to see Claire. It wasn't a figment of the imagination or a post-production error. It was part of fate." Immediately, fans were in an uproar. The Outlander Reddit community recorded more than 25,000 comments in just 48 hours. Theories that were once dismissed as fanfiction fantasy were now being analyzed in detail. A literary scholar wrote on her personal blog, "If this is true, the entire storyline needs to be reread through a completely different lens." Jamie Fraser is no longer a historical figure. He may have always been outside the laws of time. Diana Gabaldon speaks out, "I know people will be shocked." In the face of the uproar in the community, the author Diana Gabaldon herself had to speak out in an online chat with readers. And she confirmed what shocked everyone. "I never denied that ghost scene. I always knew Jamie would turn back to look at Claire that night. At that time, he was dead, but his spirit returned to look at the woman he loved, before they had actually met." When asked if Jamie was a time traveler, Diana wisely replied, "I never wrote that Jamie could travel through time. But love, sometimes, can overcome all limits, even death." Mixed reactions. Great or a clever retcon? However, not everyone was happy with the reveal. Some loyal fans felt that confirming Jamie as a ghost from the very first episode would disrupt the series' inherent sense of realism and linearity, especially since Outlander has always been a deft balance between historical and fantasy elements. One user on X wrote, "I love Jamie Fraser, but if he was a ghost from the start, was the whole journey just a flashback? Or was Claire never really with him?" On the other hand, longtime supporters of the Jamie ghost theory were happy to have their justification after many years. A popular commentator in the fandom said, "They said we were crazy, that Jamie couldn't be a ghost. Now the writers have confirmed it. This is our crowning moment. The future. Will Jamie appear as a ghost again?" Another question is this a sign that Jamie, or his spirit, will make another appearance in the upcoming Outlander finale? Showrunner Matthew B. Roberts hinted in a recent interview, "We have ways of honoring what started the story. Sometimes, to close a journey, you have to go back to where it began. And sometimes, the dead can show up, if love is strong enough to call them back. This cryptic answer has fans even more convinced that Jamie's ghost will return once again, perhaps in the finale, or in an emotional moment that marks the end of Outlander. After the truth about Jamie's ghost was confirmed, a wave of analysis and re-evaluation of the entire Outlander series spread across forums. Fans not only re-watched the first episode, but also scrutinized every little detail throughout the long journey from Season 1 to Season 7, to find hidden hints about Jamie Fraser's supernatural or spiritual abilities. Many viewers believe that Jamie's appearance in modern times was not a random moment, but the starting point for the entire fateful cycle between him and Claire, a love that transcends space, time and even death. Is Jamie the connector between worlds? A new theory emerging from the Reddit community received tens of thousands of support, suggesting that Jamie Fraser is not just a man living in the 18th century, but a special entity, someone with a traveling soul, although his body cannot travel through time. At Stone Circle Watcher wrote, Claire may be able to travel through time physically, but Jamie has an ancient psychic ability, as the Druids would say. He can feel Claire, and even appear, at special moments, like a spirit guarding fate. This theory is further reinforced by the fact that many people recall the times Jamie had vivid dreams about Claire, even though they lived hundreds of years apart. In the novel, Diana Gabaldon writes many times about the communication between the two, even when they were in two different eras. Diana Gabaldon's explanation moved fans to tears. During a book signing in Boston, when asked by a reader if is Jamie really a ghost, author Diana Gabaldon shared emotionally. Jamie cannot travel through time, but his soul can. In the universe I created, there are loves so great that they do not succumb to any barriers, including time, or death. Jamie went to see Claire that night because he could not help but go. Even though he was just a soul, he still had to see her, even just once, before it all began. The sharing moved many people in the audience to tears. Perhaps because in that story, they not only saw the love of the two characters, but also realized the intense desire that anyone in love has felt. To be close to the person they love, even if it means going through life and death. Behind the scenes reveal more surprising clues. After the Jamie ghost craze, the Outlander producers have begun to reveal more behind-the-scenes information that has never been released. A deleted scene from Season 2 shows Claire, waking up in the middle of the night, exclaiming, "Jamie, I feel you, here." But this scene was not included in the broadcast because it was considered too metaphysical. In addition, a member of the writing team revealed that the idea of Jamie appearing as a spirit was considered to return in the final season as an emotional ending, where Jamie would appear in the modern world, once again watching Claire from afar, as if closing a fateful loop. What do audiences want for the ending? With Jamie's ghost officially confirmed, fans cannot hide their hopes that the final season of Outlander will wrap up all the emotional pieces in a sacred and mysterious ending. Many people called on the producers to recreate the scene of Jamie standing in the mist, this time in modern times, when Claire is old, or in a dream, where the two souls meet again. A post on the official fan page received more than 30,000 shares with the caption, "We have waited 10 years to understand why Jamie appeared that night. Please let it end completely. Love beyond time, now love beyond death." What makes Outlander different from other romantic series is the spiritual depth and destiny in each character. Now, when Jamie Fraser is confirmed to be a soul returning for love, the story between him and Claire is no longer simply a historical love story, but becomes an epic of lost souls, finding each other through all physical limitations. Fans of the series call it an eternal love carved in stone by fate, and perhaps, when the finale comes to an end, whether Jamie is alive or dead, the most important thing is, he never left Claire.